I'm Pam, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica, AccuQuilt's corporate marketing specialist. Today, we're going to help everybody get spooky with fantastic Halloween-themed trunk show.
That's right. And in today's show, we're going to show you some scary ways to use AccuQuilt dies to create creepy critters and transform your space into a haunted hollow, perfect for the season.
We've pulled together all of our goblins and come up with some great tricks and a few treats for you today.
And we have a couple of special guests.
Yes.
Today we'll be joined by Jen from the blog The Smitten Chicken, who's one of AccuQuilt's go-getters, and she's going to share her Halloween quilt.
We'll also be joined by Susan Aki, who will be sharing with us how to create a block from her newly released book using AccuQuilt.
Now, Erica, I feel like we need some costumes.
We do. We
And,
need
the set
costumes.
is kind of
This
boring.
set, we can do something about this.
All right. Well, let's start with the set. What do you think we need?
We'll need a cutter.
All right, so here's our gommi.
We'll need some dies.
Oh, look, we have, this one is cat and bat.
And the Halloween medley.
All right.
And nothing happens without what?
A cutting mat.
A cutting mat. So we'll put that in.
All right, use a little bit of your
Okay.
Halloween magic.
So, cut time, quilt more. Cut time, quilt more. Cut time, quilt more. Cut time,
Ta-da!
This is so much better.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
I love the hat,
And
the
it's
look,
beautiful.
cobwebs. It's
set
just so
looks-
homey.
It is. I love it. I love it.
All right, our crafty ghouls. Before we introduce our first spooky guest, we're going to give you today's deal.
That's right. You can use the promo code SPOOKY20 to get 20% off your order, but using this code, you can also receive up to 40% on hundreds of dies, cubes, and more that are marked down for our Super Fall Holiday Sale. Some exclusions apply, so check the website for details. 40% off on stuff.
40%, that's right.
Wonderful.
Now, these items are in stock and ready to ship to you right now. So be sure to pick up everything you need to create the perfect Halloween. But do it before midnight Central Time because this spooky deal will vanish like a ghost.
Now, to get your order in during the show, you can use your phone's camera or your wand. To capture the QR image here, it will take you directly to the site.
If you don't have access to a QR reader, don't worry. Open a new tab in your browser, go to the top of the page, click on the plus sign. In that very tight box, type in AccuQuilt.com/party to place your order. That way you won't miss a minute of our show.
You can also find these spooky products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find a retailer closest to you, check the store locator at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
Now we know our dies and fabric cutters are an investment, so AccuQuilt offers fast and easy financing with installments or split pay options. For more information on financing through AccuQuilt, visit AccuQuilt.com/financing.
All right, trick-or-treaters, we've got a sweet treat for you. We're about to meet up with our go-getter, Jen, from the Smitten Chicken.
That's right.
Jen loves all things crafty.
She does. In fact, she proclaims that sewing is her sanity.
Oh, we agree with
We
that.
agree with that, totally. She loves the design process and creating new patterns. Now, she's all about making new memories, and she's here today to help you make some Halloween memories for yourself.
That's right. All right, so she's here today to show us how you can make a block in her Halloween-themed quilt using our AccuQuilt dies.
Let's meet up with her now.
Hi, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It is so wonderful to have you with us today. Okay, now
Thank
we've
you.
asked this question. How did you get the name Smitten Chicken? Because I used to call her the Smitten Kitten.
And we kept saying, no, it's Smitten Chicken.
Yeah, how did you come up with that?
Yeah. I really don't have a great story for it. I don't have chickens. Most people ask if I have chickens. I just have 6 kids. That was enough for me to take care of.
That's like
Yes.
chickens.
Yes.
It just was a late night laughing with my girlfriend, and the smitten chicken was born.
I love it. I love it. Now, Jen, I know you have a Halloween quilt there to show us. And can
I
you tell us
do.
about it while we show everyone a photo of it?
Yes, this is such a fun quilt. I had
So
so much
cute.
fun making it, and it's such a fun fabric line. It is a big fan favorite in our house.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That fabric is super cute. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. This is from Riley Blake Designs. And see, I have a lot of girls in our house. So as soon as I saw this Halloween line with pink, I knew it had to come home to my house. And we made up a Halloween quilt for this. And then once the quilt was done, I had to take it to this spooky New England cemetery
Oh, it was perfect.
to take some pictures of it.
Okay, now listen, first of all, forevermore, that is how I'm going to photograph my Halloween quilts. I have one just sitting at my desk that hasn't been photographed, so we're going to take it to a spooky cemetery.
Yes.
I love it. But I do love that the Riley Blake fabric that you used, like you said, isn't just orange and black for Halloween. It and it has lots of seasonal favorites like candy and ghosts and skeletons.
Oh, I agree. All right, Miss Jen. Well, can you show us a little bit about your block? I'm sure everybody would like to learn how you got started and how you made this block.
You bet. I, of course, have to make it with my very favorite 8-inch Go Cube.
There you go.
There you go.
This is my right hand. I use this all the time. And I really focused on these 2 blocks, these 2 dies to make the block. And I'll tell you why. Because this fabric has a ton of directional prints. Now, when we say directional prints, I'm not the quilting police. You
There
can
you
do
go.
what you want, but I really like my prints to run the same direction or the right direction.
Correct.
So, for example, in this Riley Blake fabric, we have these cute little letters. And in a quilt, I don't want them to run this way. I want all of my letters to go this way, the direction that we can see the letters on. So that's when I loved using this die, because I can set it either vertically to cut out my letters the right direction,
Right.
or when I need to switch it to the horizontal ones and I want my candy stripe to run the right way, then I just switch the die.
Oh,
it keeps
perfect.
everybody going the right direction.
Oh, those are really some great tips about working
Yes.
with directional fabric. And I'm like you, I like all of my quilt to be read the same direction.
Right.
Right?
Especially when you have those letters in there, I think.
And I also love that you use the 2 shapes. So you use the shape number 1, the square, and then you use the rectangle. And you took your 8-inch cube to make a 12-inch block because it's a 9 patch, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a very versatile, that's why I love the cube. It doesn't create just the 8-inch blocks. I've created multiple sizes of quilt blocks with the cube.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's great. Now, quilters, Jen has a post on her blog all about this quilt and the fabrics if you have any questions. Jen, thanks again so much for joining us today. We hope we see you back again soon.
Now, Jen,
Oh, I hope so.
that pattern comes out maybe today?
Today, yes. If the internet likes me today, then we will post it today.
We'll have Erica use some of her
Perfect.
little Halloween magic. So
That's right.
Be sure to check out Jen's blog because that pattern's on there today. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy
Thank you,
Halloween.
Jen.
Thanks again.
Bye.
Now, quilters, you can check out more from Jen on her blog at thesmittenchicken.com or on Instagram. She is known as @thesmittenchicken. And be on the lookout for Jen's pattern for that quilt in her shop, too.
That'll be so
be
fun.
so fun.
I really did love that fabric.
I did
it
too.
Was so pretty. All right, quilters, one of you who registered for today's event will be getting a very special treat.
That's right. you will be receiving your own Tiny Treaters fabric. That's the same fabric that Jen used in her quilt from Riley Blake. Now just imagine the fun Halloween projects that you could make from this. And look at all those fun colors.
Okay, so I love this. So here's those letters.
The letters,
And then look at the stripes.
And here was the candy she
Here's
showed.
the candy. And then we get some more orangey letters.
Yes.
And then look at this.
Such a fun color. Oh, look, it's like dancing skeletons.
All skeletons should dance.
Always.
Okay, so this is called Tiny Treats, right?
Yes.
And one of our lucky viewers is going to receive this tiny treat. So can we hear a creaky door?
Or a cackle, perhaps.
Linda C. from Homeland, California. Congratulations.
All right. Oh, you're going to have so much fun with that. Well, we also have a second bundle, and this is autumn themed, again, from our friends at Riley Blake, and I love these prints as well.
Now, we talked about how you can make a whole quilt top with this.
A whole quilt top.
Yes.
I love the range of colors in it. You could have this out September, clear through Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And the green just really accents it, the gold. I love
the
it.
leaves.
And that little touch of teal in there, just enough.
And that plaid is pretty. And I do love the red.
Let's face it, we love it.
We do. We love it all.
We do. All right. Well, the winner of this fabric bundle is Susan H. from South Charleston, West Virginia.
Congratulations.
There's a little bit of a cackle back there.
Oh, yes. And a huge shout out to our friends at Riley Blake for sponsoring today's event with some great seasonal fabrics.
Oh, absolutely.
Check out the seasonal fabrics they have online.
Now, we just started the show, and we've already seen a fantastic guest and had 2 winners of some great fabric. What's next?
I think it's time to show our lovely guests some spooky applique.
Oh, that's a ghoulishly good idea. But first, we have a question for everyone today. We want to know if your Halloween decorations are, get this, spooky and scary,
Ooh.
or fun and kid-friendly.
If you're watching by the registration link, you can click on the vote box below or to the right of the chat box and let us know.
That's right. And if you're watching via YouTube or Facebook, just tell us in the comment section. The ghouls will be counting them from there.
Ghouls will count. All right, so let's talk about some of our Halloween dyes.
We have some great Halloween dyes.
Now, Halloween is my all-time favorite holiday of the year.
Yes.
And I just love that we have all of these great Halloween and fall applique shapes and embroidery shapes.
So when we came out with the holiday medley, Miss Pam was thrilled, let me tell you.
So excited. The Halloween medley is one of my favorite dyes.
Now, if you aren't familiar with our applique shapes, we want to show you now how to use them and go over some tips. Our applique shapes, whether it's on the holiday medley or in the cat and bat or one of our other dyes, they are designed for fusible applique. And the first thing that we want to share is that you should go ahead and fuse your fusible onto the back of your fabric. Here's my front.
First.
And here's my back first before you put it on your die and cut it.
That's right. And just a reminder, all of our geometric shapes have that 1/4-inch seam allowance built in. This does not. It's not like you're going to needle turn or something.
Right, exactly.
Okay? And we sell that soft fuse on our website.
Yes.
Now, if you use soft fuse or any kind of fusible, you have to count it as a 1/2 layer of fabric, which means you can cut up to 4 layers of pre-fused cotton, but don't stop there.
That's right, because our dyes cut other materials just as well, like wool, felt, flannel, and craft foam.
Okay, I can tell you I cut craft foam all the time with our dyes. I love it.
So beautifully, and it's so fun, and it makes for such easy crafts with kids.
Yep.
So we're gonna cut some out.
All right, so let's lay it down here, Erica, and I'll get us some mat.
Okay.
So let's cut some purple spiders.
Okay, we're gonna cut some purple spiders. We're gonna cut a white glittery ghost.
Oh, he's so
Because we
fun.
can.
Because we can. Now, these are in a 6x12 die board, so they're going to fit through all of our cutters, including that Go Me. We're going to use our Go Big today. How come?
Because we can.
Because we can. All right.
right.
All right, here we go. Now, look, I'm going to tell you, I think every time I run a die through that has an applique shape, I always think of how difficult it would be to cut that shape by hand.
That spider. Okay, wait till you see.
Wait till you see him. Give it some love. Slide that mat, don't lift.
Okay, so first off, our little ghost from the craft foam. I mean, look how slick. Hold him there. Oh, because he's kind of a ghost. He's kind of translucent.
Yes. Yes. Look
And
at how cute he
grab a
is.
Sharpie, put a couple of little eyes on him. Your ghost is done. You can do so many craft ideas
Oh
with it.
my, yes.
But wait for this. Look,
My favorite.
how slick is that?
Look at our little spider.
Look at our spider.
So we have all sorts of, if you have an embroidery machine, we have free embroidery files, right?
Yes.
But if you don't have an embroidery machine, you just do Raj quilting, you can do overall quilting. But if you do have an applique or an embroidery machine, what are the designs that it will do?
So our free downloadable embroidery comes with a choice of 3 stitches for you. That's going to be a blanket stitch, a satin stitch, and a motif stitch.
Yes.
So we're talking about options for finishing these. And again, the raw edge applique would just be sewing a straight stitch just inside the outer edge. And of course, we don't have to do a thing with our craft foam. It's ready to roll.
He's ready to go. All right.
So then with our applique, we were talking about that downloadable applique, right? Okay. So not only do we have that free downloadable applique, but if you have an embroidery machine, then besides using those 3 stitches and having that option, or doing the raw edge, we also have some downloadable, purchasable embroidery that is a little bit more complex.
Right. And they're for purchase and they're available on our website as well.
That's right.
Okay. So shall we show them a couple?
Let's do.
Let's do. Okay. So first of all, should we start with our?
Let's start with our cupcake die. Now that's an interesting choice, right?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. We have our treats.
Oh wait, we have a treat bag first.
Where's our treat bag?
Here we go.
Look, it's our witchy treat sack. Now this one uses embroidery. It is, again, this is by V-Stitch, and you do purchase it on our website. It uses the calico cat. Okay, you probably would figure that out. But here's the magical part. The hat is not made with the Halloween medley. It's
No.
actually made with part of Heather Feather #1 and part of the ribbon twist.
Yeah, look at that. And I love how little spider hangs from him.
I
And this
know.
is a free pattern available at AccuQuilt.com.
To put the sack together.
Yeah, to put
so
the little bag
fun.
together. He's really cute.
He is cute.
Okay, now I just fell in love with cupcake embroidery.
Yes.
And like Erica said, some of you are going, Halloween.
Why are we
cupcake?"
talking cupcakes? Well, we're going to show you why we're talking cupcakes. So don't forget, this is our cupcake die, but look what we've done with it, with the embroidery.
So look, you can get pumpkins. You can get ghosts.
Ghosts.
I'll let you hold him.
Okay.
This one is so fun because this actually uses the Halloween medley because there's the hat. So you need that, and then
There's
it
the ghost.
stitches out. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And then here is my all-time favorite.
Oh,
Because it has the bones.
And they're
But now,
so
Erica,
fun.
we stitched one out on a tea
we
towel.
did. We were having so much fun, we couldn't stop ourselves,
We really couldn't.
and stitched out a tea towel. Now, I have to tell you, I mean, it doesn't get much easier than this.
No, no.
It really
and she
doesn't.
just-
And look how adorable that is.
how fun.
With her legs sticking out of her cupcake frosting. I
Yes.
just love it. And the broom off to the
brown.
side.
It's just so fun. Now, if you're just using our pumpkin die, like for our fall medley,
Right.
we also have some of these as well.
We do. Here's another one. So that turns them into jack-o'-lanterns. And some of them are fun and kid-friendly, and some of them are a little on the spookier side.
Right. And remember, we also have our free embroidery downloads for all of our applications.
Right, right.
Right. So you could do like a motif stitch around this one if you're just looking for fall ideas.
That's right. So,
right.
so many things you can do.
Okay, I love it all.
I love it all. Well, we want to make sure that this show is full of treats. So I think we should give away 2 of our Halloween medley dies. What
Oh,
do you
let's do
think?
that. Okay, so
Okay.
here's our Halloween medley has what shapes on it, Erica?
It has the witch's hat, the ghost, and the spider.
Oh, you're going to love it. All right, that's a treat for sure. Our first lucky trick-or-treater is Beth G. from Pinellas Park, Florida. Congratulations.
Another warm state.
Another warm state.
And our second winner of a Go Halloween medley die is... Beautiful sound.
I love it.
Linda G. from Great Falls, Montana. Congratulations.
I do love a good cackle. All right. Don't forget, you can use the promo code SPOOKY20 to get 20% off your order. But we're giving you a little extra treat. You can combine this code with our current Super Fall Holiday Sale to receive up to 40% on hundreds of dies, cubes, and more that are already marked down. You get a double dip today. Go for it.
Now, remember, these items are in stock and they're ready to ship to you now. Some exclusions apply, so check the website for details.
Right, and that in-stock thing is important because as we get
is.
closer and closer to the end of the year, those items might not be in stock.
Exactly.
All right, trick-or-treaters, I think it's time for another special guest.
I think so.
Next, we have the incredible Susan Aki.
Now, Susan taught herself how to make her first quilt and found that quilt making opened up a whole new world to her.
See, thank you for singing.
You're welcome. She finds color inspiration in her native Florida surroundings, and she's always searching for fun ways to show off as many of those colors as she can in a quilt. Now, Susan never sees just the quilt. She always envisions them in the room where the quilt belongs.
And see, I think that's a great idea, okay? She will be joining us today to show us how to create a block from her newly released book using AccuQuilt dies. Her new book is called Sampler Spree 100 Plus Fresh and Fun Quilt Blocks Book, and it's a great resource where she shares 50 expert tips and step-by-step instructions for making half-square triangles, flying geese, and more. We have one here in the studio, but for sure you're going to want to check it out.
That's right. Now, let's meet Susan now.
Look, Erica's using all of her magic.
I'm using all
today.
my magic. Hello, Susan.
This is so fun.
You didn't know that we would have costumes, did you? Erica
No,
used her
I
magic.
didn't.
I did.
It was
And
awesome.
you got treats. You got it all there.
We got it all.
Ooh.
Okay, now you're new to AccuQuilt, and we would
Yes.
love for you to share your story about getting started with your new Go Cutter.
You mean the day it
The
came?
day
and
that
how
it
day
came,
it
and the
came.
whole fun story.
Okay, I actually knew it was coming. So when the package came to the front door, and it was hefty. I mean, it was a lot of heftiness. I called up my friend and my long arm quilter, Sue, and I said, Sue, you've got to get Sue Rogers. I'm putting in a plug in for her. I said, you've got to come over here, drop everything. We've got to play. So I waited to undo the veiling with her. So we started, you know, she had a pair of scissors, I had a pair of scissors, we were doing the whole thing. Immediately, didn't even open a book, grabbed my thing of bin of scraps and just started rolling just to see what shapes we could do. We couldn't even open the packages fast enough. And then we realized, oh my gosh, there's a method to this.
There
They need to
is.
go back in the order that we found them, because it was like Christmas morning for a 3-year-old when we were opening this. It was nuts.
Oh, that is such a great story. I smile every time you tell it. Now that you got your quilt from the Sampler Spree book and a quilt block to show us from the book that you translated into the 4-inch cube and made it out of Halloween fabric. Can we take a look?
Right. Okay. So it is in the book, it's number 94, Hayes Corner.
Okay.
And in the book, it'll look nothing like, okay, so I went a little nuts.
So
I was going to
cute.
make one block, and then I thought, oh, wait, you know what? I have the scraps out. Let me just make a little topper. So then I thought, oh, wait, you know what? Now this is going to be the beginning of a big medallion now, because now I'm committed. Now I'm all in.
Right.
So when I did that, I think that measures like maybe 36 inches. I don't know. I got a lot of rounds to go on that. I kind of put it away, but this was the one block.
Right.
Okay. So in the book, if you see
Yep, here, I'll open it up for you.
yeah,
Yep, we can see.
I totally changed the color references, but once again, it's all done from scraps.
Right.
Because that's the way I operate. I hit scraps up before I cut into the good stuff. You
Right,
know?
'cause it's a
if I'm
great
gonna make
scrap
boo-boo-
buster.
Right.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going to make a boo-boo out of the good stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I'll work on the other stuff first.
Yeah.
But I love it. I love it. And I love the
Here's that
colors.
block. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that's the baby quilt. We're going to start out with the big quilt. Yeah, it's up there in the corner with the gray and the
Yeah, it's gray and the green. It's beautiful. Now, this
Yeah.
uses flying geese, right? Or you learned about flying geese?
Okay, no, the quilt, the 36-inch topper used flying geese.
Okay.
But okay, so I didn't know how to go about that. I just did the stitch and flip, you know, where
Okay.
you do the square, you mark the square. I
Yeah.
did it like that.
We're going to
because-
take that whole marking and we're going to make that so much easier. It's going to be magic.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right, so we're going to lay it out here so you can see. So the key to a good flying goose is that every cube has flying geese.
Right.
Shapes 4 and 5. So here is shape 4 from the 12-inch cube, which are quarter square triangles. And Erica, tell us why it's important to treat them like quarter
So
square
you
triangles.
have to treat them because you'll see how they're laid out on the die. That outer edge is going to have your lengthwise grain. It's going to have the tighter grain. You don't want your bias on the outside of your block, right?
And we've cut off the dog ears and we have that 1/4-inch seam allowance. So that's going to be your goose body. And then shape number 5 are actually half square triangles. And these are the smaller half square
Right.
triangles. So what you can do, Susan, is, shall we lay them here?
Yep. So we've got that's our quarter square triangle. Okay.
There.
And then I'm going to show you how you would lay out your,
I think I'll do this
do this way.
Do it the right way.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, we're going to lay this down on this side. Now, somebody's going to say to me, Pam, this is wrong because look, that little tip is out. But it's not wrong, is it, Erica?
No, because when you press that side open then, you're going to press it over to the side. We're going to put the next wing over and it's going to fit in just perfectly. And when you open it up without any marking, without any guessing from side to side, without any trimming, you are going to have an absolutely perfect flying geese. And you will have that little bit of seam allowance up at the top so that you can have your point absolutely perfect in your quilt.
So here's one I made because Susan used her 4-inch cube. There's flying geese from the 4-inch cube. So look at the difference between them. Isn't that just amazing?
Oh, that couldn't be any cuter. You know what? Now I'm going to have a zillion more flying geese in
Yeah,
the next round.
pretty
There
sure.
you go.
For
There you
sure.
go. So now that you know,
invite me back to do the final when it's all done?
yes.
There,
You will.
I'd love to see that.
Now, you told us you were having fun with that and you gave us just a little bit of a peek, but can we take another picture?
Can we see it?
Did we have another picture? Now,
there it
this is the
is.
one from the book, right?
Right. That's the quilt from the book. That quilt has 100 blocks in it.
Oh my gosh. Are you going to translate them all into die, Susan?
You know what? It could absolutely all be translated
Yeah.
to dies because the way I operate with that whole entire quilt was made from scraps. So you really would not be cutting up fabric. You'd be going into your scraps and going to the dies and laying them and saying, wait, that one fits, that one. That's the way I would do it anyway.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a big one for reading instructions. So
Yeah.
I probably would benefit if I read something rather than wing it.
Listen, it's okay.
But you've got an interesting scrap system,
Yes,
right?
you do. We love your
Yeah.
spooky theme. Tell us about your scrap system.
Okay, it really started in the summers when I really play with scraps, and I play with scraps year round. But the summers when I really concentrate on trying to get a little bit of clean out, I want to say. I do color by color. I spend 1 week in each color of scraps. And I make blocks just using one color. Like 1 week it'll be just oranges. And, you know, of course, backgrounds. And I play in my scraps with backgrounds. That way I feel like I fulfilled. It's not an overthinking process because I'm only working with one
idea.
color at a
I
time.
love that.
You're not having to think about other colors. That's how this entire sampler book came about. Is
Okay.
because when they approached me, I said, well, I'm going to play with scraps. That's what I do. That's what I love to do. So I literally did color by color by color. And that's how we had our quilt along this past summer with it. And I was amazed at the number of people that absolutely embraced the idea of just playing with one color at a time.
I saw your
And I
red
clear out a
quilts.
little bit.
Yeah, I saw your red quilts. They were
I
amazing.
love that.
So how did it feel to be able to take and translate those blocks from your book into dies?
It was a blast.
Yeah.
Only because I've always said from day one, I will do this until it's not fun. And when it's fun, it's fun.
Right.
And I just like, and I make a mess. I mean, I'm a very clean and orderly and organized quilter, but I can make a mess getting to where I want to get to the end point. And it's a lot of fun to lay these little cubey things out,
Right.
and look at them and go, oh wait, you know what? Let me try that. So
Yeah.
I would much rather just jump right in and see what happens rather than have to overthink it.
There you go.
love that.
That's great.
Now we talked about your book, but you've got a latest project that's coming out, right? For Christmas?
For Christmas? Oh yeah, the cross stitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I cross stitch at night, and I always have. I sew during the day, I cross stitch at night, and I only cross stitch at night, and I only cross stitch on Sunday afternoons. I call it Slug Sundays. So I have a Christmas cross stitch book that
Oh, fun.
is stockings, and I approach this the exact same way that I approach my quilting, all scraps. It's all done on 32 count linen, but they're all scrappy linens. And then I went straight into my Christmas fabrics, which happened to be like I had layer cakes and things like that that were just Christmas related. Some are Christmas, some are not. And I just made the entire thing scrappy. The little hangers are scrappy. They take such teeny tiny bits of ribbon. So, I mean, I just dug through ribbon and grabbed those.
That's
so it was just
wonderful.
fun just to sit, because you only need like a 4x6 piece of linen to work with. So for cross stitchers, if you don't want to stitch on a 32 count linen, you want to stitch on a 16 count to make the stocking size work.
That's
Okay.
wonderful. Well, Susan, thank you so much for joining us today, and I sure hope we get to have you back again, because we sure had fun.
When I finish that medallion,
Yes,
okay?
when you finish that medallion
Finish,
quilt.
we'll have you back.
Sold.
Good deal. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a happy
Thank-
Halloween.
Bye, Susan.
Thank you. Same to you. Bye-bye.
Now, Quilter's sampler spree 100 plus fresh and fun quilt blocks and her new Christmas countdown cross stitch book are both ones that you're going to want to check out. And look on her Instagram and see her red samplers.
Oh, it was really beautiful. You can find her on Instagram at Yard Girl, but it's YARDGRL, missing the I, 60.
That's right.
All right?
Check it out.
All right, quilters, we have an exciting announcement for you. We have an extra giveaway.
That's right. 2 of you lucky trick-or-treaters will be getting Susan's new book.
Oh, lucky ducks.
Yes.
All right, the first winner of Susan's new book is Deborah H. from Hingham, Massachusetts.
Love that. And the second winner of Susan's new book is Darlene Q. from Queen Anne, Maryland. Congratulations.
I love the cackle. All right, congratulations. We hope you enjoy Susan's new book. And thanks so much to Martingale for sponsoring today's event. Quilters, don't forget to chime in and let us know what kind of Halloween core do you like. Do you like dark and spooky or fun and kid-friendly? How about you, Erica?
Kind of a combination.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
As our kids got older, it got more spooky.
It got more spooky, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for now, we've got some more spooky inspiration for you.
That's right. Now, Eric and I have been known to turn just about anything into a Halloween project, right?
Don't even need a magic wand to do it.
Don't
but
even.
I have even made a table topper using Halloween fabric out of the Dresden plate dye. So quilters, remember that using AccuQuilt is a great way to visualize any Go pattern in different colors and fabrics, and it's free on our website. We'll talk a little bit more about that later.
But we have one block on board, or Bob dye, that just screams Halloween. Halloween to me. And that's our Go Spiderweb die. Now, just look, we have a quilt here behind it. Here, hold the die.
Yes, I'll
and
hold
walk
the
back
die.
Here. Okay, look at this beautiful spooky.
Look how fun.
Well, look how fun this is.
Now this is the Go Spinning Webs Throw Quilt, and it was designed by Amanda Harward from Larkspur Quilts, and she used Andover fabrics for her creation.
And she made green spiders, and we made purple, but I do like the
I
green.
do like the green. They really pop.
They do. They do. All right. So now here's the spiderweb die. So let's kind of talk about it. First of all, we've screen printed it.
Yes, to help you keep track of your pieces,
Yes.
which is important.
Right. And basically what you're going to do is create mirror images. So you want to fan fold your fabric back and forth.
Yes.
Okay? Because here's the block you're going to make.
And I love your version because it's got little spiders on it.
No, I only had a fat cord of that fabric. I wish I'd have bought more. Okay, so what we did is you're going to create mirror images, Erica. So you want to show them the mirror images there in the spiderweb.
So you can
proper.
see that we've got just these opposites. And even though we have the same fabric here, we still are mirror images on our shape, and then they taper back down.
Yes. Now, the most important thing to recognize on this die is that we have notches.
Yes.
Notches here and here and here. So when you create this block, what you're going to do is you're going to have shape B here and C and D on the other side, okay? The way you're going to know if you're sewing it together right is if your notches are on the top. So if your notches are on the bottom, you've sewn it together incorrectly, all right?
That's right.
And it makes a 12-inch finished block, and we sewed our we cut our spider. Did I
Where
lose
did our
him?
spider go? Did he go flying off?
He must have when I was
Must
whipping
have.
him around here.
Poof.
Poof, he's gone. It's okay. We have a purple spider that we're going to cut and put back on
He
here.
crawled off.
Okay? So the spiderweb medley, I love it. Okay.
Now,
All right.
don't forget to use the promo code SPOOKY20 to get 20% off today, kind of magical, which will combine with hundreds of already marked down items. Now today, if you want to get the spiderweb bob die that we just looked at, it would normally cost you $60, but today you will only spend $35.99, saving you over $23. Some exclusions apply, so be sure to check the website for those details.
Oh, Erica, it's starting to feel a little eerie, isn't it?
It is, and that's because the first trunk show is here. Let's take a look.
All right. So the first trunk show is all sorts of costumes.
That's right.
Treat bags that you can make for
That's right.
Halloween. And first up, and many of the ones to follow, our good friend Marianne Fontana. Okay, so Erica, let's talk about this. This is the dragon hoodie.
Yes, so this is,
And
you
look.
just start with a pre-made hoodie.
Yep. And then you're
look,
gonna,
look at the
you're gonna
dragon
use our
scales.
triangle.
There's a little craft felt, a lot of foam, and then she even made lovely clawed dragon
I just think
gloves to go along with it. How fun is that?
here in Nebraska, you need gloves when you're having
Well, yes, you usually do. Now, we had yet another Go Dinosaur dress-up costume. This one starts with a pre-made baseball cap.
It
and
does.
This is a great no-sew project. She used a lot of hot glue.
Yes, Marianne did this one as well. So again, felt, but look, she just hot glued those little pieces to the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then look, there's the teeth.
We've got lovely dragon gloves.
I love this dragon gloves.
These, wait till you see. These are the
This was
feet.
the best.
So these are to go over your feet. It's the bib dye. Have you ever
I thought
saw
they
it?
were like bibs for Aries
Yes.
to wear during
no,
Halloween. They're
no.
not.
Well,
They're
they could be. But put this around your ankle, and then there's elastic that goes under your foot, and you've got dragon feet.
Isn't that so
Isn't
fun?
that wonderful?
Marianne was so clever with our dyes.
Now we had another costume idea. Here is a lovely batty tiara.
Yes. Oh, okay, Erica, I feel like we should have bat tiaras.
I feel like we should too. But look at the bat wing cape that she made.
Right. So here's that spider from the Halloween medley, and it's cut out of felt, so it has a little bit of texture. And this is not leather. What's this called?
I guess pleather.
Pleather. There you go.
And then we've got, she added some tulle up here and really made it
feathers.
fancy with some feathers
And a hole for your thumb to go through.
so that you can fly about on
It's
Halloween.
fabulous.
Love that.
All right, and the last thing that Marianne made for us are some so cute totes. So we have the Frankenstein monster, and we have mummies.
We have the mummy.
I should carry it because I'm a mummy.
You're a mummy?
Okay, and then on the back, let's show them the back. So
trick
she
or
used
treat.
our classic alphabet, which is on sale, part of that 20%
Yes,
off.
yes.
And then cat and bat.
cat and bat.
These are fantastic.
Look
and
how
these are
fun.
all free patterns available at AccuQuilt.com.
They are. They are.
All right, now we have a great picture of some kids wearing all of Mary Ann's. Look at that.
Look
How
at
fun
that.
is. Look at that. So
How
cute.
fun. And I love the bags. I just
The
love
bags
the
are my
bags.
favorite. All right, quilters, if you're going to miss trick-or-treating, then we have quite a treat coming up for you. We have a monstrous trunk show planned for you today, but don't forget to let us know about your Halloween decor preferences.
Right.
Are you a fan of the dark and spooky, or are you like fun and kid-friendly? Our neighbor, she is all about dark and spooky.
Is she?
She has like really scary things that scare me.
Oh.
Yeah, like fake mice and stuff.
Ooh.
And big bones and stuff.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
scary.
Well, if you're watching via the registration link, you can click on the vote box below or to the right of the chat box and let us know your preference.
And if you're watching via Facebook or YouTube, just tell us in the comments section. Our ghouls will count your comments.
That's right. All right. We are excited to share these projects. So let's take a look at all the patterns that you can make to take your Halloween season up to the next level.
We have so many fun new
So many
projects.
fun new projects. Okay,
And so many of these are like no sew.
yes, look
which
at
I
this.
think is fun.
So this is the Go Modern Witch Wreath, and this was again designed by Marianne Fontana, and she's used so many dies in this. It's really fun. Of course, we've got our spider from the Halloween medley up here, and she's used little flower. I mean, this is Rose of Sharon.
Yes.
She's made little, like, they almost look like little candies, and
Yes.
there's the witch's hat down there.
Yes.
Super fun.
Really a fun one. I like that one.
So this one is destined to be made very quickly by both of us, I think.
Both of us. Okay, like maybe this weekend.
Yes.
Or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow.
Okay, what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, we have AccuQuilt Live after that. Okay, this is called the Spider Cluster Table Runner, and Carolina Moore of alwaysexpectmore.com. And okay, Erica, easiest ever.
Great scrap buster.
2.5-inch
Yep.
strips. Total used scraps. And then she just used spiders. And she did not use our embroidery files. She just did like raw edge quilting on them.
She did, but that free, don't forget, we've got that free downloadable embroidery. It's such a great benefit.
I like the motif stitch when I make spiders.
Yes, because they look kind of hairy that
They
way.
do. And then look at the back fabric.
Oh, that's fun too.
Yeah. Sometimes the
Spider
back
webs
is just
on
as
the,
cute.
we like them both.
Okay, next is our garland.
Oh, yes.
That's in flight. So this one is also by Marion, right?
This is by Carolina Moore
Carolina
of
Moore, sorry.
alwaysexpectmore.com.
So here's what she did. How clever is this? Pre-fused her fabric, cut out the bat shapes, ran the ribbon through it, peeled off the paper, and ironed them down. So that they're all just in the middle.
Total no-sew project.
Total no-sew. And super fun for kids. They could just cut out bats for days.
And we also have, Carolina also made some spinning spiders.
Look at that.
Look at these. And so again, she's done the fusible on both sides. She's fused that ribbon into the center of it. Great no-sew project. Kids can help get you all decorated. You could do so many things with those.
You know what I've decided? I do not have enough Halloween fabric.
I don't think you do. Is there
right.
enough?
Never enough. All right. Next, we have some really fun bowl cozies. You could put chili bowls of chili in them. You
Yep.
could put candy in them. All of those fun things. These are by our good friend Bea Lee at Bea Quilter. And remember, quilters, if you're getting the bowl cozy die, two things. If your machine has a handle, it will not fit.
That's
it will
right.
only fit in the Go Big, and you need a 14 by 16 cutting mat, which is part of that 20% off sale.
That's right. So get it today because
Yeah.
it's a great deal and you're going to have so much fun with it.
And then look, she put in ghosts and spiders.
Oh, yes. And for special trick-or-treaters, you could have a little bowl for them full of candy.
You could. Okay, and I'm going to tell you, once you start making bowl cozies, you make them for
You
days.
just make them for days.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one of our favorites. This is the Fright Night Pillow. Now, this was designed by Terry Vandenbosch of Lizard Creek Quilting. She used Moda fabrics, and one of the things that I love about this, I have a lot of this fabric.
I was going to
at
say, I have some of this motive fabric at home.
home, is that she used wool for the applique shape. So it's
Right.
got that fun texture, and wool, of course, doesn't ravel.
Right.
But she used the free downloadable blanket stitch and just stitched right around it. So slick.
Look at how fun this is.
So
I
fun.
love this project. So cute.
Now this is really fun. This is called Go Cat on a Hot Tin Roof Wall Hanging.
You got to hold it up high.
Gotta
'cause
hold
you
it
gotta
up
see
high
the
because I'm
bottom.
a short witch. There we go.
It's a short witch. No magic will change that.
That's right.
But we have the bat and cat, right? And then, Erica, what size cube did we use here?
I think we used the 12-inch
We did.
cube
We
for
did.
this. And I love the quilting. So with the quilting then, we've made the little scallop, the little
so
gingerbread looking
scallop.
shingles and the bricks on the chimney. And then the background quilting is like wispy smoke in the air.
Spooky. I like this one.
I do too.
All right.
Whoops, did you get it?
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Here
Lynn's
we've
not
got
here,
a
so they'll all-
fun table, oh yes. This is our Go Boo table runner. This one was designed by Reed Johnson of Blue Bear Quilts.
Now, Erica, this one's so fun because it doesn't matter which side of the table you sit on, the letters will be facing the right direction.
That's right, that's right. And again, Halloween medley is on there, and those classic letters. Great day with the specials to get both of those.
Yes, super fun.
I love it. It has purple. You can't go wrong with purple.
Can never go wrong.
Oh, this is so fun. So look at this fun table runner. This is the Go Halloween. Oh, this is the Pick of the Patch table runner. This is some really fun fabric from Northcott Fabrics. And it kind of extends that orange and black color palette. We've got the green, we've got some purple.
I love this fabric.
I do too.
Really fun. And this is our fall medley die, which is also part of that 20% off. And again, we use those free embroidery downloads to make it.
And Go Pumpkins too.
And Go Pumpkins. I forget we have Go Pumpkins.
We do.
I have them all.
And this is another one of our, do you know we really do like Halloween things?
We do. Okay, so kudos to Marjorie Busby for making this.
That's right.
She's at Blue Feather Quilt Studios. Okay, Marjorie, first of all, I love how she did her bats and her spiders. Look at how fun they are. But spiderweb fabric, hands down my all-time
Hands
favorite.
down. Yep.
Look at how fun that is. I wonder if it glows in the dark.
Can you
I
tell?
don't think so. No, I
think
don't
so.
know.
Oh,
But I do have some glow-in-the-dark fabric.
yes.
You?
Yes. And
Yeah.
I got you some.
She did, because she's
It was Halloween fabric too.
They're skeletons that glow in the dark.
Now, if you're ever curious about how any of our patterns that we show in our trunk shows would look using different fabrics, then you need to use our free tool, Go Quilt.
You do.
The green Go Quilt button can be found on our website in the top right corner, and once you're there, you can use it to help you visualize how your project will look using your very own fabrics. It's really a great tool, and like I said, it's absolutely free, so be
Right.
sure you take advantage of
Right.
it.
And you can actually upload pictures of your fabric, which is what I've done, and create a whole new thing. So,
All right, time for some more goodies, my pretties.
all right, quilters, we've got 2 of our Go Spiderweb Bob dies to give away. The first one goes to Wendy H. from San Francisco, California. Love the cackle.
And our final winner of the day is Peggy B. from Bismarck, North Dakota.
I love that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of the winners. And quilters, be sure to join me tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live on our Facebook or YouTube platforms. Hey, remember, if Facebook goes down, you can always watch it on YouTube. We'll be taking a look at the new Go Cornucopia die, which is the October die to try.
That's
I will
right.
not be wearing my witch hat.
No?
Sad face.
Oh.
I might. I think
Well,
I'm
you never
I don't-
know.
You never know. It's tomorrow.
Now, don't forget that today's spooky great deal will disappear like a ghost after midnight Central Time.
That's right. You can use the promo code SPOOKY20 to get 20% off your order. Using this code, you can receive up to 40% on hundreds of dies, cubes, and more that are marked down for our Super Fall Holiday Sale.
Magical, no magic wand necessary.
Oh.
Now, these items are in stock and they're ready to ship to you right now. If you're ready to get started using AccuQuilt, then purchase the Ready, Set, Go Starter Kit. It's got everything that you're going to need to get started, just like we heard Susan talking about getting started. You're going to get your Go cutter, your 2.5-inch strip die and mat.
Which no one should leave home without.
No quilter should be without. And the 8-inch cube, and that's the one that Jen was talking about. That is her go-to.
Yes.
You're also going to get that great Go Cube block system book that's going to help you get started. Now, this would all normally cost you $550, but today you will get the magical savings of getting it for just $329.99, saving you over $219. Some exceptions apply. Check the website for details.
And if you order that Ready, Set to Go today, we're going to ship it to you free if you live in the contiguous U.S. In fact, Erica, all of our orders over $175 will ship free to the contiguous U.S.
That's right.
All right, don't forget we have financing options. For more details, visit AccuQuilt.com/financing. We want everyone to know the joy of quilting with AccuQuilt.
Ghouls and ghosts alike.
Ghouls and ghosts.
Now, we love having you join us for our special events, so make sure you join us next Tuesday, October 19th, when we host our launch party called Warm Hands, Warm Hearts. Now, this launch is really exciting because not only are we launching 2 dies, but they are going to be super useful dies for the holidays, and they're going to help you make great gifts. Pam and I have been anticipating this release, and we are so excited to finally get to share these dies with you.
Now, be sure and register for the event so you qualify for our great door prizes. We give away fabric and dies, and it's just fabulous.
So much fun.
And be sure to join us at 12 noon Central Time for that very first look. Now, this new release is going to make your holiday season bright.
We'll have plenty of quilting inspiration for you, too. And be sure you sign up to be an AQ Circle member so that you get our emails and are among the first to know about everything, including new products. You can sign up for that at AccuQuilt.com/AQCircle.
There you go.
If you can't wait for even more AccuQuilt fun, don't forget to visit our blog. Our go-getters, Caden and I, cover everything from organizational tips and tricks to exclusive project tutorials only found on the blog. Be sure you subscribe. That way you're notified whenever a new blog goes live.
And last week on the blog, you talked all about the cornucopia die, which we're going to feature tomorrow on our AccuQuilt Live.
You never know what you'll find.
You'll never know. Quilters, if you love watching our live shows, then you're going to enjoy watching our behind the scenes videos on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. The one for today is going to be fantastic.
That's right. You'll gain exclusive access to our dream studio here and see all the fun that we have behind the scenes.
That's right. We also love to share your stories, quilts, and more on our social media pages.
Oh, we sure do. So be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss out on any of the fun.
All right, our team, our ghouls, have counted up your responses, and it's time to see what kind of Halloween decor you like the most. Is it dark and scary and spooky?
Or fun and kid-friendly? Well, it looks like...
Oh, fun and
kid-friendly.
Good job. I feel like
a little cackle on the side.
Cackle.
But absolutely.
I love that. All right, quilters, thanks so much for joining us today. Hope you stop by next week as we reveal not 1, but 2 holiday dies.
Now, if you've been waiting for our show to end before you place your magical order, now is the time. Here's the link. We want to make sure that you get your goodies before they're gone.
That's right, because at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
so you can quilt more.
Goodbye.